What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel. Welcome back to the Cleveland Browns Retro Rebuild Series here on Madden 21 on the PC. That is right. We are back with another episode. And if you guys watched the last episode, it was an experience. The off-season video was an experience. It was not the greatest experience. It left me with a bad taste in my mouth. I was not happy with Electronic Arts. I was not happy with the Madden game in general. But we're back. We're back with another episode. And I need to, once we get into the video, I will show you what I've done. I haven't done a lot. But we are in week number 3 of the 2016 regular season. The 2017 draft class is in place. We have a lot of draft picks to use. It's going to be a good ride. Hopefully we can go undefeated again. I think there's a good possibility that we can. Even though I did trade away like everybody on my team last season. So it was kind of a I don't even know if you'd count it as a reload. It was more on the scale of a rebuild because of the amount of talent that I had to trade away. So we're going to get into the video. Make sure to smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. We are on the road to 300 subscribers, and we can get there with your help hitting that subscribe button. But let's get into the video. All right, here we are in week 3. We are currently 2-0 on the season with a 92 overall team, 96 offense, 89 defense. Our defense has taken a big shot since we traded away all those guys in the offseason. We do have some contracts that are coming up, some big contracts. Luke Kuechly wants over $100 million, which is very understandable. He's 25. He's one of the best linebackers in the league. Joe Thomas wants around $39-40 million for being the best left tackle in the league at 31, which is a little bit shocking that he wants that much money at 31, but he's worth it. He's still a 98 overall. We've got Alex Mack coming up for a contract. Gilmore's coming up for a contract. Le'Veon Bell's coming up for a contract. Harrison Smith, who we tagged last season, is coming up for a contract. Keenan Allen, Rashad Jones, Tyrann Mathieu, David Bakhtiari, Thomas Morstead, and J.C. Treader all coming up for contracts. It's going to be a lot of money. But, big juicy but, I did a thing. I didn't mean to exit out of that. I turned off salary cap. I did it. I turned it off. What? In a fit of rage, while I was simulating the preseason, I turned off the salary cap, and the only reason I turned off the salary cap is because we had negative $25 million in cap room, and for some reason, I couldn't trade my pick. You know how in the off-season video, I couldn't trade some of those draft picks because it said that they weren't allowed to be traded, or they had passed their trade. I don't even know what it was saying, but it was saying something stupid. So we had all these draft picks that I couldn't trade, so I had to use them on rookies that I didn't want to use them on. So let me see if I can trade one of these. Let me trade a 6th-round pick for like a 7th-round pick or something. I don't even know. I'll trade a 6 for a 6. 6 this year, 6 next year. Let's see if this actually goes through. Trade offer was accepted. Okay, so I was trying to trade in the preseason. I was trying to trade some players with some draft picks, and it kept coming up and saying that the trade could not be accepted because the draft picks were not able to be traded or something. You know how it was saying that in the draft? Well, I think turned off the salary cap. The salary cap was just screwing everything up, so I had to turn it off. I don't care what you say. I hate playing with salary cap because this game is so broken that when you get this deep into a franchise, the salary cap just does not make sense. It doesn't work. You can't make a contract. You can't make a salary cap make sense this deep into a franchise. I don't think EA were building for a player, a user to go this deep into a franchise. I mean, I'm not even that deep. I'm only in 2027. Technically, we're technically in 2017. or 2016, I should say. But I don't think they were expecting you to go more than 4 or 5 years into a franchise before you get bored. But I'm built different, so I go deeper. That's what she said. But now that the salary cap is off, we can pay Luke Kuechly $102 million. Now, I'm not going to go crazy with this money because the salary cap is off, because you know how it gets with the thing where if you're negative, you have to, like at the end of a season, you have to retire or whatever. So I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to spend all this money on all these guys. We're still going to make some competent decisions. We're still going to trade some guys away if we have to. But I'm going to pay Luke Kuechly the money because he's worth it. He's worth over $100 million because he's Luke effing Kuechly. He's a 98 overall, and I think he's the best linebacker in the league. I'm pretty sure. I haven't checked around the league of what the rest of the NFL is looking like, but I'm pretty sure I have most of the best players in the league. So Mark Sanchez is the greatest quarterback of all time, apparently. Then you got Deshaun Jackson, Brian Cushing, Ray Rice, Chris Johnson, Matt Forte, Calvin Johnson, Clay Matthews, Aaron Rodgers. There we go. So we had Joe Thomas, and then we had J.J. Watt until we traded him to Philly. Then Gronkowski, then Kuechly, then Antonio Brown, who we also had until we traded him to L.A. Trent Williams. I want to try and get Von Miller. I tried to get Von Miller in the was it the offseason that I tried to do it? I think it was the offseason where I tried to do it. And I could have done it, but I don't think they could have paid, because who was I trading? Was I trading J.J. Watt? And they couldn't have signed him to the contract, the team that he was on. I think he's on Detroit. They couldn't have signed him to the contract that JJ was going to need, so they didn't accept it. But if we have to trade a guy like Alex Mack, maybe I could get a Von Miller for a guy like Alex Mack, or maybe a Harrison Smith we trade to Detroit to get Von Miller. I don't know. We'll have to see. But we are going to simulate until week 16, 17, around there, and then we'll play a game, and we'll go from there into, hopefully, a better offseason than last year. Hopefully I'm not just deconstructing my team like I did last year. But make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. Let's get simulating. All right. I only simulated 1 week. I forgot to show you guys the draft class. I don't know why I always forget to show you guys the draft class. It's the most important part. It's why we're here. The draft class is the 2017 draft class. It has Myles Garrett. And with the draft picks that we have accumulated, I have 4 effing first-round picks. So I think we're taking Myles Garrett with one of these picks to replace J.J. Watt. We already took Joey Bosa, so having Garrett on the other side will be as dominant as having J.J. Watt and Cameron Jordan like we had that one year. So we'll have Joey Bosa, Myles Garrett, and Aaron Donald on the defensive line. That is scary. But we also got guys like Mitchell Trubisky, Patrick Mahomes, and Deshaun Watson, who I'm thinking about taking one of these 2 guys in the first round so that we can replace him. We can replace Marcus Mariota. Although Marcus Mariota has led us to a 3-0 record so far this season. I've only simulated 1 more week after I left you guys. But Marcus Mariota is not the best, but he could turn out to be something. But I kind of want to have one of these 2 guys as my backup, and then maybe they turn into the starter. I don't know. Yeah, running back, you got guys like Leonard Fournette, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, all very good running backs. Joe Mixon's good. Alvin Kamara's good. Kareem Hunt's good. This is a good running back class, actually. Like, you forget how many decent running backs are in this class. Like Wayne Gallman, very good running back. Marlon Mack, good running back. Who else is down? Aaron Jones, good running back. There's some good Chris Carson. There's some very good running backs in this class. Austin Eckler. I thought he was older than that. I forgot he was that young, actually. Fullbacks we don't really care about. Wide receiver, not the best wide receiver class. Corey Davis is good. Mike Williams is all right. John Ross, kind of a bust. Zay Jones is Curtis Samuel's good. Juju's good. Cooper Kupp's good. Other than that, it's not the best. There's a couple guys down here that you might be able to find. Tim Patrick's all right. Greg Ward is okay, I guess. Keelan Cole's decent. Zach Pascal. I mean, there's a few guys. You wouldn't have him as your number 1. Katie Cannon's just fast. I forgot he was in this draft class. I thought he was in an earlier one. Tight end, O.J. Howard, Evan Ingram, David Njoku, Gerald Everett. Very good tight end class. Johnny Smith is in this one. Mo Alley Cox is in this one. George Kittle is in this one. I got to find out what college he went. Oh, he went to Iowa. Duh. I know that. I know he went to Iowa. Don't at me. I knew he went to Iowa. It's a very good tight end class. I'll probably take a tight end whether it be one of these guys or down here at a Jonnu or a Miley Cox or a George Kittle. I'll probably take one of those guys. Left tackles, I don't really know any of the left tackle colleges. It's a good left tackle class. Ryan Ramczyk and Cam Robinson are pretty decent. Garrett Bowles is okay. Left guard, Deion Dawkins is decent. That's about it for left guards. Center's not the best center class in the world, which is not good because we need a center because we might not be able to bring back Alex Mack. Forrest Lamp in the right guards, along with Taylor Moton, who's pretty decent. Anybody else down here? Not really. Right tackle, not a great right tackle class at all. We've had a lot better right tackle classes. It's a good thing we don't need a right tackle this year. Defensive end, Solomon Thomas is good. Derek Barnett's good. Tad McKinley's all right. Taco Charlton's eh. Derek Rivers and Dietrich Rice are eh. It's eh. Obviously, you got Myles Garrett. Jonathan Allen's good. Trey Hendrickson is good. Not really anybody else. Defensive tackles, Malik McDowell, Dalvin Tomlinson, Larry Ogunjobi. Eddie Vanderroos is actually a pretty decent defensive tackle. He doesn't get a lot of praise, but he's actually pretty solid. Davin Goodshow, who I think just got signed by the Patriots in real life. He was on Miami, I'm pretty sure. Nobody else really down here. Adam Butler's okay. Hassan Reddick on the outside linebacker class. Tyus Bowser. Tim Williams, not the best. Matt Milano, not the best outside linebacker class. Middle linebacker, Jared Davis, Reuben Foster, Raekwon McMillan. Jayon Brown, who's pretty good. Harvey Langi, or Harvey Langi, however you want to say it. TJ Watt in the right outside linebacker class, so we could pull in a JJ Watt with one of our many first-round picks. Who else do we got here? Nobody. Nobody. Corners, they got Marshawn Lattimore, Marlon Humphrey, Dory Jackson, Garyon Conley, Tre'Davious White, Kevin King. Very good corner class. Solid. It's all around good. Tease Tabor, Chidobe Awuzie, Shaquille Griffin, Jordan Lewis. Man, this is a stack. Desmond King. This is a stacked corner class. We could find guys so far into this draft. It could be. It's very deep. Very, very deep corner class. Free safeties, Malik Hooker, Buda Baker, Marcus May, all good. Who else is in here? Not really anybody else. Marcus Williams is okay. Strong safeties, Jamal Adams, obviously. Jabril Peppers, Obi Melifanu, Eddie Jackson. All good strong safeties. It's a good strong safety class. If we're going to bring anybody in, I'd bring in Jamal Adams to replace Harrison Smith. And then kickers is okay. Punters is all right. So that's the draft class. And now that I showed you that and I actually remembered, now we can start simulating again. So I'll see you guys when something good happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in week 17, and boy, do we have a story. You can't write this kind of stuff, man. We are currently 11-4 on the season, which is very good. It's good for the number 1 seed in the AFC. The AFC is not that strong this year. But the team that we are playing in week 17 just so happens to be the team that we traded our former 3-time Super Bowl MVP winning quarterback RG3 to. The Seattle Seahawks is who we have. We are both 11-4 on the season, but to show you how weak the AFC East is, or the AFC in general is, we are 11-4 and we're the number 1 seed. The Seahawks are 11-4 and they're the 5 seed. So the NFC is very much tougher than the AFC is. But the reason I got you in here in the lineups is because I want to show you that Marcus Mariota has grown to an 85 overall with the +3 morale. He's an 82 normally. But Le'Veon Bell's up to a 91, 92 with the boost. Hopkins has taken over as the number 1 receiver on the team, 97. Odell's an 89. We got a fantastic offensive line. I paid the money to Luke Kuechly, so he is now the highest paid linebacker in the NFL and probably in NFL history, to be honest. He is now a 99 overall without a boost. He is currently 99. Aaron Donald sitting at an 89 with the boost. He's an 89, so he's an 88. Technically, Joey Bosa at a 79, having a good season. Yannick Ngakoue is there. That's why we need to get Myles Garrett as well, so that we can have Joey Bosa, Aaron Donald, and Myles Garrett on the same defensive line. I'd probably move Joey to left end and then have Myles Garrett at the right end. That's probably what I'll do. For contracts. We've got some contracts still left on the books. Alex Mack, Le'Veon Bell, Harrison Smith, Keenan Allen, and then J.C. Treader, who I'm probably just going to let walk. I didn't even realize I still had him on here. So these are the guys that I still have not signed to contracts yet because I don't know what I want to do with them. I think I'm going to sign Alex Mack to a contract, keep him around. I think I'm going to sign Harrison Smith to a contract. You know what? I might trade Harrison Smith because we could get Jamal Adams. So I may trade Harrison Smith to then replace him with Jamal Adams. The only problem is, if I don't get Jamal Adams and we trade Harrison Smith, then we're screwed. So, I mean, we could get a guy like Jabril Peppers, but I'm really targeting Jamal Adams here. We've got Keenan Allen. We've got a ton of wide receivers. And I'm thinking what we do is we get rid of Keenan Allen, I think. I think we trade Keenan Allen because he's still young. He's 24. 84 overall. We get some good stuff for him. Le'Veon Bell's another situation because in the draft this year is a guy like Christian McCaffrey, is a guy like Dalvin Cook, is a guy like Alvin Kamara. So maybe we trade Le'Veon Bell. We do already have Zeke, so I think we trade Le'Veon Bell too. But that'll be after the playoffs, I would assume. And we are going to make the playoffs because we are the 1 seed. I think I have not checked this. I know we're guaranteed a playoff spot, but are we guaranteed the division? We have a Y. Does that mean we're guaranteed the division? Let me go to the AFC. No, North. AFC. Yes, we are guaranteed the division, but we are not guaranteed the 1 seed yet because the Titans are 10-5. So if they win and we lose, I would assume they jump us and they take the 1 seed. But if we win and they win, then we have the 1 seed. So it's a big game against our former quarterback, RG3. We made him the quarterback that he is now, and he has to come back to Cleveland and see if he can beat us. Let's get into the game. Smash that like button. Let's go play RG3. All right, we're starting out here on defense because RG3 has taken the Seahawks offense down the field on the first drive of the game. He's going to roll out of the pocket. We did this so much. We did that so much with him as a Cleveland Brown. But we stop him there. He's never had to play against a guy like Luke Kuechly. He's always been a teammate of Luke Kuechly's. He's never had to play a guy like him. He's never had to play against Aaron Donald and guys like that because he was always the teammates of him. He gets the nice screen pass off. He gets down to the 8-yard line. Looks like they got Eric Fisher as well. 3rd and 3. This is a big drive killer if we can stop him here. Joey Bosa gets the pressure, and Joey Bosa gets the sack. Let's go. Holding the Seahawks to a field goal on their first possession is Pog. After the Seahawks kick their field goal, it is 3-0, and Marcus Mariota has led this Browns offense down the field and to a 3rd and 1, which Le'Veon Bell takes in stride and gets us down to the 19. This is the first time I've gotten to use Marcus Mariota here. We've used Jamarcus Russell. We've used RG3, obviously. Now we get to use Marcus Mariota, who finds Keenan Allen down the middle of the field on a slant at the 2-yard line. That could be Keenan Allen's last appearance in a Browns video. Let's see if... oh, they called the first quarter to be over. That's a little bit not Pog. Why would they do such things? Let's see if we can pound this in with Le'Veon Bell. I'm assuming that we will be able to because our offensive line's Pog. Oh, Le'Veon Bell powers through. He just got in there. Just a little bit got in there. That is amazing. Good job, Bell. We've got another red zone opportunity for this offense. Our defense has been able to stop RG3, able to contain him so far. And Le'Veon Bell with a shiftiness getting down the field at the 9. The 2-minute warning is coming. I think we should be able to get this play off before it is. Yes, we do. Gronk is open. We'll throw this to Gronk. He catches that. That was a risky throw. That was a very, very risky throw, but when you're throwing to Gronkowski, you can pretty much guarantee he's going to come down with it. And now we've got Allen, Hopkins, and Beckham Jr. all running slant routes. And I think I'm going to hit Keenan Allen for an easy touchdown. We are cooking. I don't know what has been going on with our defense, but they have stepped up and played amazing against their former quarterback. And now we have a chance to put some more points on the board. I'm going to throw this one. That was a risky pass to Odell Beckham Jr. I probably shouldn't have thrown that one, but I did. I'm built different. We all know. And now I'm going to test... I wanted to test his arm strength here. Odell! Oh, I didn't jump. That was my bad. I didn't jump. Tim Jennings catching that. Wow, okay. That's my bad. The Seahawks made me pay on that turnover, on the interception. They scored. Now it's 14-10. Early third quarter here. I'm going to throw this one to Keenan Allen. He's going to bring it in. And, oh, I thought he might have had the ability to break that, but he did not. Let's see if we can get maybe a nice run with Bell. Oh, we got Gurley in the backfield. Gurley is in the backfield on this one. He's going to run it in on second down. Todd Gurley is built different, baby. A huge run from Gurley, and that adds to this lead. The defense gets us back into amazing field position. Field position. I said it right the first time. And Marcus Mariota to DeAndre Hopkins, baby. What an awkward throw and an awkward catch from Hopkins, but that's why he's number one on our squad and number one in our hearts. All right, we've got a 4th down and 1 from RG3. Let's see if he can put it in, or we can get some pressure and stop him. He gets a nice throw, quick throw to his receiver, and they get it. Mike Evans is actually on the Seahawks. That's pretty cool. So they scored, and now they're going to go for an onside kick here. They think they have what it takes to get this onside kick, but they're not built different like me. That wasn't supposed to happen. So after we missed that onside kick, we held him to a 3rd down, and now we got him in 4th down. And that's going to be knocked out. Knock it out, Luke Kuechly. I think that was Luke. Who is that? 57? Is that Laurinaitis? I didn't change his number. It is 57 Laurinaitis, and he saves us, baby. That's why we brought him in. 2-minute warning has come and gone. 3rd and 7. If we score here, this game's over. Gonna drop this down to Hopkins. He's gonna take it in stride and go millions of miles. We are into the red zone. Seahawks have 1 timeout remaining. They cannot stop the clock any other time unless it's an injury, obviously, or a penalty. And Bell gets the 1st down. That is their final timeout, and that should be the game. I hope it is the game. Robert Griffin's giving us a little bit of fight. He wanted to prove that he was worth the $200+ million that we were going to have to offer him, or going to have to sign him to. And he's looking good. He's got his team in the playoffs. They look pretty solid, but they just can't handle the 5-time champs. Not many people can. They're going to go for another onside kick here. It's 35-24. I'm not in onside kick formation because last time it screwed me up. And it's Jalen Smith who picks it up and ices the game with 10 seconds to go. We're going to beat our former quarterback. Stats on the day for Marcus Mariota. 20 of 26, 241 yards, 3 touchdowns, and that stupid pick that I threw. I'm sorry, Marcus. I didn't mean to. Running the football, Le'Veon Bell, 26 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown. Very good for him. 7 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown for DeAndre Hopkins. 2 touchdowns for Keenan Allen. On defense, Luke Kuechly living up to that paycheck we gave him. 12 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss. We sacked RG3 twice. It was Joey Bosa and Aaron Donald. We did not pick off RG3. And kicking was Gostowski just kicking 5 extra points. We didn't need a field goal or anything. And since RG3 was our former quarterback, we might as well show you his stats. 28 of 43, 328 yards, 3 touchdowns, which is not that bad. Not that bad at all. He ran 5 times for 19 yards. That's a very good day for a former 3-time Super Bowl MVP. But we get the W, 35-24. We are now 12-4 in the season, headed into the playoffs as the number 1 seed, and let's go wrap things up. All right, so to wrap things up on this episode, I'm pretty sure, the guaranteed number 1 seed because we won that one and we were a game ahead of the Titans, so they couldn't catch us if they wanted to. So we are going to have a bye week in week number 1 in the wild card, like we should. But we've still got these contracts. I'm going to go and sign Alex Mack. So what should we sign him to? I'm going to give him a 4-year deal and bump that up to $605. $44 million, is that good enough? Salary needs improvement. Of course it does. Let's go and sign Harrison Smith. 4-year deal. Let's move this to $655. 4 years, $50 million. That's a good offer. We got Harrison Smith. So we've just got Keenan Allen, who we're probably going to trade, Le'Veon Bell, who we're probably going to trade, and then Alex Mack, who wants a better salary. So Hopefully they'll accept those. I hope they will. We should be able to get Alex Mack in the off-season video before we actually start free agency. But I'm glad we got Harrison Smith back, just in case we need to trade. Just in case we need to trade him for Jamal Adams. So there could be some mind games being played here. But I'm gonna simulate. I'll wrap things up when we get to the divisional round. And what do you know? We got to play the Chargers again. Death, taxes, and the Browns and Chargers play in the playoffs. It's three things that are inevitable. I don't know why we can't stay away from the Chargers. They're absolutely everywhere we go. It looks like it'll be Bills and Titans in the other round, so at least that's somebody different we haven't played yet. Anybody here except for the Chiefs would be different that we haven't played yet. And the Texans, obviously, we played them, I think. Have we played the Texans? I don't even remember if we played the Texans or not. But the Bears made the playoffs as the 4th seed this year, and they are in the division round again. So if it ends up being 4 straight Super Bowls of Browns and Bears, I'm going to lose my mind if that's the case. That's going to be crazy. That was definitely going to be crazy. But we've got some exciting things happening in the offseason video. We've got potential big moves. And we've got potential huge signings, potential draft picks that could be huge. I don't know. It's going to be a big episode, but we got the playoff special first. Make sure you tune in for that. Hit that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!